What's up, everyone? We've got a quick live commentary of a Strength Power DX versus Harpocrates, or Harpocrates. Oops, I already messed it up. Looks like DX threw out that Whisper Arrow, respawn with the Flash. This looks like some 10 Graves. Any weird Armas? No, just 10 default Graves. DX probably has his Whisper Bomb, Whisper Arrow. 8G mix, he's got Blood Bank, Whisper Bomb, Whisper Arrow, and just kind of generic stuff. So, yeah, this is part of a 1v's tourney. 1v is just one of the Arc 2 players. He plays quite a bit, active in the Discord. So, looking at this 10 Graves, what is 10 Graves about? Well, on Graves you have to be careful about rush, right? And so, looks like DX was trying to control some of Harpocrates' movements. Harp does a good play here, get that bank dead. Now he's got complete map control, which is great. And maybe DX is going to flash out if he has it. Decides to invest both of his Whisper Arrows here, and now that's good for Harp, because now Harp's Flight Prod is on cooldown. He just healed that damage from the Whisper Arrow. Granted, right now he can't go Flight Prod, right? So he has to run away and tower, maybe? Yeah, get the hell out of there. Maybe he can jump that. No, he can't. He's gonna try though. And so he doesn't Q. He's gotta, whip out that tower real fast. So at this point, it's looking a little bit like a standoff, toss-up, as far as who's gonna win. You want to resist the urge to lob anything in these situations. Besides Water Ball, Water Ball's not too bad, right? Harp's got Thunder Shock, that's really interesting. He's able to just cross-map DX easily, detower him. And I don't think Thunder Shock will detower now. I'd probably flash out if I'm Harp here. Yeah, flash out, move to the right, get above the mud, and Thunder Shock again. Or if Flight Prot is on cooldown, maybe you run away and Flight Prot. I don't know if, DX has Ray. We don't know if DX has Ray at this point. Well, the answer to that is no, but he does get the Prot down with the Rain of Arrows. Pretty good play. Now we know he has Rain of Fire. Kind of an interesting book. Blood Bank, Whisper Arrow, Whisper Bomb, Rain of Fire, Rain of Arrows. Is that flashable? Can he get there? Tricky. Tricky, but if he wants to, he can. I'm sure DX has the speed, but he chooses not to. Lobs a nice mud ball there. Those kind of mid-range shots are pretty crucial to do well in 10s. So now we got the Arma, which if you're looking at the position of each one of these players, DX is definitely in a superior position for the Arma, and he's only down 10 health, right? He did go first though, so Harp has done all that he needs to do to kind of even the playing field here. And at this point you're looking at chipping away the opponent, somehow maybe flying up to this area here. Let's see. Just gonna plug my mouse in real quick. There we go. Oh, I see why my camera wasn't moving, because it was typing in chat. So maybe you fly up here at some point and Flight Prot. Because he's out of Whisper Arrows, he has to detower to kind of do anything. But up until that point, they're going to be kind of passive and probably play for a draw. So hopefully something a bit interesting happens here. He might be flash syncable there. I mean, I might, I might go for it, but just gonna give Harp some good vibes. Oh, he missed the pebble. Oh, I just jinxed him. Dang it. Yeah, he's gonna get him with the free clock there. Maybe he could flash sync, right? That could be pretty cool. Yeah, just go next to him and don't extend, just... Yeah. That's not bad. Now he's like kind of back in the game. Gotta get that teleport off, of course. He's down 100 health now, though, because of that clock. Not looking too good. He does get a safe teleport up there. Does he have flight? No, but... Or maybe he still does, right? But he could go to the left, jump over onto this little hand, jump down. Harp's obviously going to tree that. He wants to prevent it, right? And... Ooh, that little bolt, drain bolt almost hit Harp there. And yeah, just a slight, unfortunate kind of misplay by Harp with the D-Tower. The missed D-Tower. But maybe he would have clocked anyway, right? If DX gets D-Towered, he still goes over and clocks Harp. But we'll see. Arma might help Harp in this case too. They're now, I wouldn't say even, but Harp's now in his tower. Not so vulnerable, right? So he's able to even the playing field a little bit. So DX can't really drop down there. I'm starting to wonder if he has flight, right? Which, if he doesn't, then the longer this game goes, the better for Harp, right? Oh, he's able to squeeze through there. That was pretty nice. He's gonna go around and yeah, just tower here. I feel like the Reign of Chaos is gonna screw him up here. Yeah. It's gonna do some damage. Harp's gonna go hide, and now Harp is in a better position as far as the Arma is considered, which is pretty interesting. All right, let's hide the chat and get on the boat. Thundershock is really interesting to have here too, and now DX in a couple turns is probably going to be de-towered, right? He does have mushrooms, but that Reign of Chaos is coming for him, Yeah, that happens, but just run away, hide, flight prop. Let the Arma kill DX. Again, I'm not convinced he has flight. So maybe you can just go in that little hole there, which he's going to do, and prop here. Yep, good play. Now, this is the moment of truth, if DX has flight or not. Again, if he doesn't, long term, Harp is just going to be in a great position. Nope. He's not. Yeah, let's tell him, now. Now you've equalized here. Yeah, so, even though he has the skulls, right, Harp can just stall. Did he miss that? Oh, he missed it. I didn't even see that. He missed the clock. So now Harp is in a decent position. He can maybe mudball here. So now they both kind of made one mistake, right? But mistakes are part of the game, of course. He goes for the Ray, which is probably ill-advised. I think DX could get to that clock in 10 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3. He's choosing not to. Okay. Oh, damn. he does the Rain of Arrows, that actually does 55 there. Let's see, let's get everyone else. And we can just kind of joke with Nevitz here. If you guys haven't seen that video, it's my, it's a recent video that I did. I was gonna say last video, but I'm not sure exactly when I'll upload this. So that flame shield is helping him with the armor, right? But besides that, it's not doing too much. DX has to kind of stall a little bit here. He does have cover, which is good. Let's see. Gonna do some more trolling. Yeah. Get that Kek W emoji. There we go. Porcadius, Cadeos, whatever. It's interesting, these 10G books that they have, Blood Bank kind of giving some sustain. Yeah, I'm not sure. He says the book might be better than DX's. Well, if he doesn't have flight, then I think Harp has a little bit of an advantage long term if he can stall. So we'll see how it goes. And, you know, if I'm Harp here, as I just told him, you know, stall this hard, flight prot spam, and, you know, could even get a spirit out, and windshield. I won't guide hard though. Harp is a great player, he knows what he's doing. Better than me at 10s, surely. I'm not that great at 10s. So. Oh, he did it. I'm the one who demolished Tiger on 120 skies. That's funny. Oh man. Look at this Jimmy guy, he wants beef. Nice water ball there from DX. Looking like he has the advantage, being able to chip Harp down. I don't know if he has tree here. He could tree the side, or just tower. Yep. I'm gonna see if anyone has any ideas. Just wait for DX to kind of make a mistake when he's trying to push. Like that, he was kind of stuck. He does have aerials, so yeah, he needs to drain up, but I don't know, you know, what minions he has. Okay, misses the ray there, but happens. And flashes the draw. It's okay, it's not over. Yeah, he's gonna protect from the ray. Now, DX has a really interesting book for this. He thought it out. Thought it out hard. And just giving Harp some, you know, positive reinforcement. Yeah, he's probably lost in this position, right? That's my Discord. I should just mute that. Whoever messaged me, I'll shout you out. Actually, you know, I'll just check now. Oh, it's this guy, this new player messaging me about verifying his Discord. Okay, I can't flame this person. I would have loved to, but, you know. Yeah, I mean, his shrooms are gone, he used up his arrows, so my positive reinforcement may have worked, right? Problem is, I don't think he has anything to drain. Could start just draining DX. Just gonna give some cryptic sort of comment there. Gonna message DX here too. Kind of grinding him down slowly. Yeah, Thundershock was a great addition. Kind of innovative in the book building. Book building is a really huge key in Arcanists, to be honest. Yeah, he could just Thundershock here again, or Drain, I don't know. Okay, the bank is dead. Does he MB here? Does he have MB? MB that. Come on, baby. Damn it. Oh, he tried to Drain. Shoot. I thought he had Mega Boulder. Maybe he doesn't. No, he's still okay here. Just mud. And he just kind of wasted that Mega Boulder. So maybe Harp has a little bit of a chance. I don't know. We'll see. Get that mud ball out. Continue to stall. DX probably doesn't have pebbles, right? So that's why he made it. Doesn't seem to be trying too hard. Maybe just, you know, cut down on your lobs. You could get a quick loss and always just say, oh, that person's not trying too hard. But I just lost a game real fast, and I just made a dumb play and thought it would work, but it didn't, so I lost. Sometimes we just kind of can't be asked to do the meticulous plays, the methodical plays there. So DX is looking pretty strong in this situation. Well, let's get the camera back down here. Yeah, he's just gonna mud spam water ball. It's probably gonna kill here, to be honest. And I think I'm gonna, yeah, upload the rest of these commentaries because these are both pretty strong players going at it. I'll just tell him, yeah, just cut down on those lobs, because 10 any set, 10 graves, 10 grassy is all about positioning and not making those big blunders like miss drains, miss lobs, miss pebbles. So yeah, he's got Whisper Bomb there too to kind of close. Really comes in clutch. Perfect hit. He's gonna go for a flash there. Yeah, only shot. Let's see, does this work? Oh, close. So close. Let's see, they're about to play again, so I will just save that replay and wait for them to queue back up. I'll take this opportunity to just say, if you guys are watching this far, please drop a like and subscribe. About 25% of you are subscribed to the channel. If we can get that number up to even 30, 35, 40, 50, 60, 70, 100, no, 100's a little bit too unrealistic, but yeah, if we can get that number up, that would be awesome. So take a second, drop a like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and looks like they're going to get their second game set. I'm going to ask what the setting is. And if they're playing. can keep the live comm going, yeah. If they're all playing all of them. Just troll them a little bit, like, hey, I'm doing a live commentary, that's all that matters. But looks like 20 Fisher is next. What are you gonna see in 20 Fisher? Probably flight mixes. I know in 20 Comet, DX likes to bring a Dark Knight Fisher mix. Is that viable in Fisher? Probably not so much, because there's a less hiding spots. But yeah, we are just gonna chill here until they start up with game 2. As you guys can see, I'm getting closer to 2K. Hit 1.9 today, which is pretty cool. Let's see here, we can peek in a couple games. Just kind of hang out. Oh look, that's the new spell, Blood Clot. That little red flower looking thing. This is Zartak. Cash Money is Zartak. And Introspect, who's a new viewer of mine actually. Pretty cool. Alright, well, let's just check. Okay, looks like they started 20 seconds in. So 20 Fisher, what kind of books are we seeing? Both mixed. Harp got first turn. Let's go. Redemption. Go Harp. Not sure what books we're gonna see here. I know Harp likes his generic. I think play is a must, right? To have. And okay, he's just gonna say, you know, you're trapped down there. Maybe DX wants to tower out. Flashing down is great too. Let me get on the boat and encourage people to give some commentary. And let's encourage people to get on the boat as well. Okay, so they're both just gonna stall until Fisher. You might see one of them get a Storm Spirit out, but not yet. They don't need to have it, right? Because it's not turn 10 yet. Doesn't look like we have too many spectators. It is just a Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. So that's too bad. But still, quality gameplay here. DX has the tree. Will this make me famous? I'll do some more trolling. Yeah, so I'm not gonna make anyone famous playing like a dead game. But I'm just joking there, of course. I mean, whether the game is dead or not, doesn't matter that much. It just matters if you're, you know, enjoying it, having fun. I don't even know who this person is. Oops. Can't type. Oh, interesting. DX brought Swarm in 20s. So that indicates, okay, he's got Dark Knight, right? But he can't really do much with that Swarm. He just has to continue to stall. Problem is he's digging to the edge of the map where the Fissures are going to start. So he's going to need to get a Spirit out, otherwise he's completely screwed. Luckily, he's got 2 turns. Or maybe he doesn't get a Spirit out, but he just says, I'm chilling here, and just going to stack prots. The thing is, with that prot nerf, you can only stack 125. And I bet one of them has Entangle, Gravity Pulse, Sanctuary, something to remove prots. Blood Craze now does not do double damage to minions, but does remove the protection shield. So if you hit someone with Blood Craze and it deflights, that will remove the shield. Which, yeah, when all the land is gone, that's going to be huge. So let me just message. DX doesn't seem to be responding, so I'll just message Harp. Stallfest. Yeah. Looking a little bit, I wouldn't say boring here, but just kind of lackluster right now. Just because you gotta wait for the fishers for anything good to happen, you know? He does free the swarm. Is that a big deal? No, he can just kill it next turn. Unfortunate, but... Oh, okay, so he's gonna go hide the swarm. Maybe he has to put the peg up there. So, okay, obviously not ideal, but... he could have made worse mistakes, right? He does decide to use a turn to Skyray. So if you think about it, you know, in the grand scheme of things, what could he have used that turn to do instead? Maybe summon a Dark Knight, right? But even now, he could still summon a Dark Knight here. And then he's got some top map control. The fishers can help remove the land and expose the Dark Knight, right? So let's say he summons Dark Knight and then the fisher comes and destroys the land. That would be a great strategy by Harp there. Maybe he doesn't have Dark Knight too, right? We just saw DX with the Swarm. So we'll have to kind of wait and see. Oh, DX gets pebbled. He gets crushed. Oh man, he actually checked. Does that mean you didn't sub? Oh, that didn't work. Sweet, I got people subbing to me. I'll just shamelessly say. I'm live commentating. He pulls out the swarm again, just want to chip away at the Pegasus. And let's see who's on the boat. I'll shout out some people. Obviously Red's #1 fan, and myself. There was a third spectator, but they left. So, clearly a booming game. Again, it's Sunday afternoon, so, you know, it is what it is. He isn't a sub, he's a dom. I'll feign ignorance and pretend that I don't know what that means. Family-friendly channel. Looks like he's cutting off the space that DX has to work with, a common tactic in 10s and 60s. Just reduce the amount of space that your opponent has to summon minions, move around, avoid auras, or arus, as Rage says. For some reason, he pronounces that way. Rage is just another solid Arcanist player, if you guys don't know. He likes to do 10s, 60s occasionally, but mainly a 10s player. And 8s too, 8 seconds. Harp looking pretty good here, DX also looking pretty good here. He's gonna squeeze in there and maybe hit him with like a Mud, or, I don't know, does he have some sort of rush spell? Does he have Tangle? Not sure exactly what his play is. Yeah, Tangle. Knew it. How to remove that? Does DX have Sanctuary? Is he just gonna mount his Pegasus? You know, what can you do? You've got 80 prot. Does he just respawn with the Tangle here and they just both tangled? It's a possibility. I wonder if Flash Sync works while you're entangled. Not sure. If I'm Harp, I'd probably just flash up here. He's doing pretty well. But looks a bit stally. That's how 20 Fisher is. I don't like to play Fisher because of that. The Arma is just, you know, not really promoting rush, or it just encourages people to stall out to turn 10 and just wait for the fissures to destroy all the land. First person who gets tangled loses, kind of deal. Seems a little simplistic, so unfortunate. He misses that Whisper Bomb, which is fantastic. And I think he could just kill the Swarm here. That's what I would do. And this guy's like, that's gotta hurt. Oh, he's not even gonna kill the Swarm. That's kind of BM. So DX is pretty, I wouldn't say screwed, but he's in a pretty tough spot. Because he can't move, can't gate, can't summon that much. They can't just be mudded or killed. So he's just going for the rush strat, yeah. Works okay, I guess. Harp can run away again. Does he want to mount his Pegasus? I would face it the other way, because I think if he whispers arrows from there, then it'll do double damage. If you hit the player that's mounted, then the spell does double damage. So a Whisper Arrow, which does how much? A Whisper Arrow, which does 65 damage, would do 130. So it would kill the Pegasus and hit Harp for a little bit of damage. DX is able to escape there. He can't really extend out of the Pegasus from that angle. There's an angle that you can extend through the Pegasus and to kill it. That's pretty effective. So, yeah, as you guys can see, that Whisper Arrow was able to get right, or Whisper Bomb was able to get inside the player, and did 50 damage, but double to the Pegasus, right? And looks like Harp is just gonna continue to stall this here, force DX to hit these Whisper Bombs, which is a fine play. I would run away a little bit so that he can't just keep spamming Whisper Bomb. But the thing is, DX doesn't really have anything to deal with Tangle, so Harp's in a good position. Because he can't, DX can't de-flight himself. There's no way for him to do that right now. Curious if Harp will respond. See what he says. DX just choosing to play the long game, and they're both going to kind of stall out. Harp needs to watch this Fissure. He needs to notice that. I'm not going to point that out to him, obviously. That would be cheating. And looks like he doesn't, so that's going to be shitty for him. Oh, let's see. No, he doesn't see it. So that might do some damage. That'll suck. Yeah. Pretty unfortunate for our friend there. Forgot about the Fissure. That's one thing you gotta make sure to do. Look at the Fissures. Thing is, he's not in a terrible position still. Okay, yeah, he has the Undead Pegasus, right? But the thing is, how many turns is it gonna take to get deflighted? A ton. And you know, I don't think DX is moving from that spot anytime soon. It's only a matter of time before he gets chunked for huge damage. The thing is, the worst case scenario for Harp is DX gets hit by the Fissure, right? And it just barely leaves DX with like a few health. Like he deflights and still is somehow not sunk, or he doesn't deflight and the Pegasus survives, but then the aura untangles him. Like, again, the worst case scenario is going to be that he just isn't fully deflighted by this fissure that's coming. And now all of a sudden, because of that misplay from Harp, now he hasn't seen the fissure, right? He is going to have to scramble here and possibly just go on the top and kill the swarm. Okay, he's maybe scared of the ray, so he just towers. Swarm's not a huge deal anyway, so you don't really need to kill it. It's a good move, I think. Again, just waiting patiently for that fissure, because DX is still tangled, and if it comes in the next, let's see, do some quick math here. 4 turns, because 15, 30, 45, 60, because DX has 65 proc. If it comes in the next 4 turns, DX is pretty screwed. Although, he just counteracted that by flashing out. Now he can fly anywhere he wants with the Pegasus. I suspect maybe Harp will tree this in. If he trees it in though and DX has Ray, he's gonna get knocked. So we'll see. You know, is DX able to just like outlast this tangle? Keep sinking. Keep sinking Harp here, or what? Yeah, he does have Ray, so it's really interesting that, like, you know, with DX tangled, I thought, oh, well, you know, he's in a pretty good position. Harp is in a pretty good position, right? But that's not true. Somehow, he was able to squeeze this game out. That is if he can somehow damage Harp from here. Does he have another aerial or something? I don't know, just flash out again, maybe? Oh, he does the extend drain bolt. Oh no, not extend. Okay, I was like, wait, did he do that with this player? I was I was like, what is that even possible? He drains with the Pegasus. Good aim there on DX's part. So, looking like this is a wrap. Now, what did Harp do wrong? Really, it was just that fissure that hit him, right? He was looking good otherwise. And then from that point on, that fissure hit him in a late portion of the game, so when he teleported, he didn't have much room or space, and then DX obviously able to deflight, deprot him with that Whisper Arrow, and then his mobility's shot. So he's exhausted kind of all his resources in that moment. And just because of that one blunder, a lot of the Arcanist 2 game comes down to just 1 or 2 really small mistakes, right? So Harp's gonna do his best to kind of stall this out here, flight prot in his Pegasus. Still not watching the fissures. I don't know why he's not watching the fissures. I'm gonna message him that, give him some shit. So that's like one of his main issues. And he does have grab pulse, as I said, entangle and grab pulse. Or no, DX didn't have tangle, but he chose grab pulse. And that's game. So really nice play, nicely played by DX. And they're gonna finish out with a 30, I don't know what the map is. Let's see. So another stall fest here, it's ocean floor. Give him some good vibes. I would give DX good vibes, but he doesn't read my chat, so what's the point? He's in, you know, full focus mode probably, or he has me ignored, I don't know. Let's see. Oops. I just hit the wrong game. Just gonna pop in here for a minute while they get the third game set up. And let's see. Tiger's in the chat here. Oh, there's new people in, so I'm gonna say sub to Comevo on YouTube. Who TF are you? I'm gonna X sad. Interesting game here. That's crazy, actually. Damn. Let's see if they started. Not yet. Is this random spells? What was that? There was a Vertex, a Wrath. Crazy. Dro's Control versus Al. They got a black hole. This is just insane. Sub number 88. Shout out to Red's #1 fan. And let's see, what can he do here? I imagine a world where I can do these live commentaries and actually get viewers. You know, when the game's on Steam and everything's so awesome. We're like, the player base is just growing, you know? But, you know, we'll just have to wait and see if that happens. Last chance, let's see, did he hop in? Yeah. Let's get to this other Ocean Floor game, happens to be on Ocean Floor 2. DX gets first turn. Harp chooses to not go down here in one of these hidey holes, wants to keep top control. Probably smart, because it'll be difficult to stall on a map with an Arma. It's definitely possible, but I guess, you know, it could be good if he hides, right? And then the Arma starts, you know, getting at DX. DX has to block the Brian and the Clams with, you know, Pegasus or Ice Shield or whatever. But looks like they're gonna probably have some more standard, like 60 G books on 30 Ocean, because, you know, it's a big map. It's got a lot of hidey holes, and they're just gonna bring like the generic tree, probably Swarm and Dark Knight stuff. Because 30 seconds is enough to like move around a Swarm and do some of the plays that you do often in 60 Grassy. 2 Swarms, no, you can't do that in 30s, but with the recent Swarm nerf, you can only have 1 Swarm on the map at a time, so not a bad book choice by DX here. Is Harp going to try to squeeze anything through that? Oh, he's going to do the Blast from the Past. Doesn't quite go his way there, but I think he can still just drain that Swarm. You know, the Blast accomplished what it needed to do. And of course he can't get out, which sucks terribly. But DX would have trapped him anyway, so it's not like that Blast matters really. Hart might want to get his own Pegasus out to block DX. Instead he goes for the Storm Shield, a fine play I think. It does split damage with the live tree. As you can see, the Pegasus is at 85. So that means that the tree took 10 damage and the Pegasus took 15. A tree has 75 health and it loses 15 a turn if you don't do anything to it. And also, the reason that Storm Shield is still alive is because the Storm Shield will stay active if the full 25 isn't used. So that just means that the tree didn't have 25 health left, and so it used partial amount of his Storm Shield, but not all of it. Now I think Shock Bomb would be a decent play here, or maybe he just traps him in there with the Pegasus or a tree. He keeps it up with the map control, right? Favoring the map control over the rush. DX fails a BFTP, so they're kind of even now. They both failed BFTPs. And let's see. I'm going to say again, I'm live commentating. Just, you know, in case anyone is new. Now they've got some people starting to talk trash, which is good. One of my favorite players, Devious One. I love that guy. So if you're watching this, Steve, I'm making a heart for you right now with my hands. Love you, Dave. These nuts, very insightful. Dmod Coevil, very insightful too. Dave, the most muted member of the community. That's legit. Oh no, can't believe you're live commentating Beto's FFA game. That's legit. Yeah, maybe someday. So this does seem to be playing more like a 60 grassy. You know, what are they doing with all this BS? You know, just keeping the opponent trapped and keeping the opponent from getting up top, gaining map control. DX makes a nice play with the shock shield. Kill the undead Pegasus. Maybe if DX has right here, it'd be good. Kill the swarm, and then they're even, basically. He decides not to. If I'm Harp here, I probably Ice Shield myself. If he has Ice Shield, just keep DX down there. Ice Shield, get out with the Peg. Maybe tree above me. I don't know if his tree is back. Could also summon a Storm Spirit, or just drain the Swarm. The Storm Spirit could have its own shield, right? Which should be good. And let's see what Harp's thoughts are on this game here at this point. And maybe DX has Whisper Tech in this game too, but you could just drain here, just go for some damage. But they decided to go for minion-centered play, really kind of micro, and win with the minions, the trapping, the control, instead of hitting people over the head with dark matter bombs and mega boulders. So there are two types of people, you know, those who rush and DX. They're both chilling, although Harp now is going to be up top with the Arma, which is not going to be great for him. We'll see if he can anticipate the Arma this time. Maybe go hide himself. And looks like he queued. Did he? So I jinxed it again. He queued there. And looks like DX can escape. So they were able to just kind of slowly grind through the early game. Wait until the Arma. And even then, DX is like, nope, I'm not even going to escape. Why would I escape if I can just let the Arma deflight him or do some damage? And his Swarm's almost dead, right? So, Harp in a little bit of a difficult position, right? He can't really move his Swarm to hit DX, he doesn't have enough time. And so he's going to decide to undead the Pegasus, which is smart. Maybe tree DX here, or tree, let's see, where would you position the tree? Can it even fit? Maybe tree this way? Oh, he decides to tree there, that works too. I was thinking, ooh, and he's got to be careful with the clams. I was thinking tree, like, just to DX's right. But, so yeah, I thought, like, right there, the Swarm had 1 health, and then, now the Storm Shield has 24 health. 24 potential damage, really, rather. So, DX just going for the prot. playing real stally and grimy, a really grimy style of play. And the reason is, well, he can just wait out the Arma. He's in a better position map control-wise to just avoid the Armageddon. Typically, in a grassy setting, you'd like to have top control, so Harp would be winning here. But with the top Arma, he's in a good spot. DX, because he can always hide. And unfortunate clam for Harp there, as DX can actually escape. And might be able to shock bomb here, actually. We'll see. I wonder if it's just straight up shock bomb generic. I'm gonna point out these degens. Okay, Thundernuts is just gonna be kind of weird, but it's alright. I'm just gonna respectfully ask them to stop being degenerates. Kind of funny. Anyway, you got the Dark Knight out. The Pegasus maybe can escape, right? I'm not 100% sure there. But it's looking like Harp is in a bit of a precarious situation. Ooh, that clam almost hit DX. But, oh yeah, it doesn't quite fit, so thankfully Harp has a little bit of a chance here. But, you know. And I may seem I'm like rooting for Harp, but really I'm just rooting for a good game. So that's why I was like, oh man, you know, because that Pegasus is free, that's gonna help DX. Because now, he can bring that Dark Knight over and maybe charge upward into the tree, get some huge damage off. Harp, though, able to tower out because the shock shield kills the tree. Because I think when he treed him, the shield was up, and then it came back up again the following turn. So the tree's dead. He's able to tower, stay alive for a bit longer. And that's very true. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't mute until I don't know what that BFTP was, but he extended it, I think. So the way that you do that and you screw that up is that you just extend by accident when you're close. And KDX takes some damage here, but so does Harp. Gets his prot taken away. And yeah, if he's got just Storm Shield generic, this is going to be difficult to kind of stay afloat. I don't think he has his tree up, but he's just got to go for the Pegasus play. Give him mod powers, alright, I'll just say. Let's see what is Thundernut's going to be smart here, or yeah. I might just hide this chat for a bit. Kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. So if I'm DX here, I know that DX doesn't carry Pebble, so he's probably going to have to chip away Harp's tower with the Storm Shield. But here it is. You just realize that it's turn 16, and the reality is that there's no way Harp is really going to have a chance to stall any of this out. Unless he could possibly, like, gate, I don't know, to this far corner. Even that is not that great. Because DX got the upper hand with the Dark Knight summon, right? So it's looking a bit dicey, but he can maybe continue to stall a bit, and the Arma will whittle down the Pegasus a little bit, damage the Dark Knight a little bit too, once the Pegasus is dead. So, not over by any means, but especially if DX's Dark Knight dies, right, which is what Harp's goal is. In fact, you know what, let me just and just re-say, hey everyone, I'm live commentating. Just saying this every few minutes if there's any new viewers. And let me know if you guys might want to see like a stream in the future, because I haven't really been streaming. This is just one of my first live commentaries. I wanted to try and see if you guys enjoy it. I can, let's see, I'll whisper Nevitz and say, I just ignored Thunder. I'll go with that. Yeah, pretty funny. So, did that Dark Knight just die? I mean, that's fantastic for our friend Harp. He's only down a swarm, and kind of have to, yeah, yeah, I do. I really do. So, 1v gonna have to pay DX. The context behind that is that this is 1v's tourney, and he promised a cash prize, and it's looking like DX is gonna be the winner, so 1v's gonna have to pay up, yeah. So Harp gonna get slapped, bop, by that Rain of Clam, and it's DX's turn now, so oof, looking dicey. He can just, I don't know, escape, Blast from the Past, Shock Bomb. What's another play? Tree again, and just chill. DX is very, you know, stall oriented, especially with this Arma that can just continue to just whittle away at Harp's health. So, and he realizes that it's turn 19, why do I need to rush? So I'm just gonna slowly, methodically kill him. And it's looking like Harp has to tower out. Now DX is 2 minions up, he's got a Storm Shield active. Again, no Pebble, but he doesn't need Pebble when he's got a Swarm, he's got Storm Shield, he can just run away and then detower Harp next turn. So looking a bit difficult for him to come back. The Dark Knight is dead, so maybe, you know, you get a Dark Knight out or a Pegasus out. I'd probably summon Pegasus next turn if I'm Harp. And DX that makes a good play here to get the Spirit out, because then it can also have a shield. Arma helps out DX, of course it does. And now he's got 94 prot, that's huge. So, yeah, some very meticulous, careful play by DX here. Really well played so far. And Harp makes a good play to absorb the shield, but yeah, wasn't counting the turns, so kind of is tragic. It doesn't actually hit DX, that clam. Of course it doesn't. But yeah, with the Pegasus, DX is going to be able to control the movement of Harp's Pegasus. He can trap it, right? Actually, he can just trap it with the Spirit too, which is a good play. And I don't know, maybe, yeah, I was just gonna say maybe DX just shields here, right? Just whittle him down. Sure, Harp can drain, but does that do a ton? I mean, it prolongs the game like a turn, but at this point, Harp has kind of lost too many tempos, and making it difficult for him to come back. It just comes down to, I guess, being able to play around the Arma, right? And be smart with the positioning, keep your opponent trapped. And DX has just been able to kind of be superior in that sense, at least in this series and this game. So yeah, very much played by like 60 Grassy. A lot of people don't like Ocean Floor. If you've been watching up to this point, you know, let me know what your favorite map is, and do you like Ocean Floor or not? I don't love it because that Arma is just so random, and yeah, it's a bit tricky to kind of avoid. Whereas, like, you know that, oh, the comets on Elven Isles or the Kanos on mountains are going to be on the sides, but otherwise you don't really know with this Arma. For the first like 2 turns of it, you've got 2 turns of brine and then 2 turns of no brine, I think, or something like that. And every turn a clam comes down. So yeah, we can count and see too. Okay, DX just chooses to gate here, which is a good play. He's 2 minions up, right? So nothing to really worry about in this case. So how do you win here? Well, pretty simply, just put pressure on Harp. Maybe get a shock bomb off if you can. Gating out of there is a good play. Just because, like, you know, if he flashes out, then that takes up a turn. Maybe he gets clammed after it. With gate, he can just go to a position that's superior. He has a lot of freedom, and he's got no risk of like Harp trapping him with the Dark Knight or anything like that. Because even if he does, sure, Harp could charge with the Dark Knight, but he's pretty low health. So, and DX is pretty high health, so a Dark Knight charge wouldn't really kill. But even after gating, right, as long as he keeps the map control up, DX doesn't really have to worry about Dark Knight, because, yeah, Harp killed his Pegasus, right, but then he just treed back, he towered, and now he can run away again if he has flight backup, which he does. He's going to hit Harp with the shield, or yeah, the Pegasus was 25, so kill the Pegasus. A bit more methodical there. Again, not rush oriented, you know, DX has no pebbles, which makes this game a bit more stally, right? But still really cool to see how, you know, he's able to just grind him down slowly and, you know, eventually get the win. I don't know, we'll see. Like, the turns are starting to add up. You know, if this goes to 35-40, I'm starting to think that maybe, you know, DX is having a bit of trouble to convert. So definitely this tower is helping Harp out. But surely he's got no chance. Just because of the minion advantage, right? So, of course that clam is going to help DX dig. So DX is like getting 2 turns every turn, because the Arma helps him, and then he takes the turn, right? So that's good for him. And let's see, if I'm DX here, I just start flashing down. Just go in that little hole and flash. Because he's got 100 prod, I mean, what's the big deal? Okay, he's got Aura instead of Tower, I'd assume. DX doesn't like Tower books. Let's see. If I'm Harp, I probably go to the left and flash down. Okay, he decides to just prot here. The clam bounces off DX's head. And looks like, okay, he's gonna go from the right and flash down. Maybe? Nope. Again, playing this real super slow. This is the kind of like type of snooze fest play that people don't often like, but you know, it is what it is. Thought it would be fun to try a live commentary and just kind of hang out with you guys. Yeah, it's really just about stalling, you know, because Harp has no chance to win the game at this point. He does have Dark Knight, but I mean, DX has so many prots, he's going to keep his gate up and not be loose with kind of how he deals with gate. He's going to make sure that he has it up. just in case anything goes wrong. Just flash out, you know, get closer to him, flash to him, and hit him with the Storm Shield, whittle him down. Maybe reposition the Swarm so he can move it closer, make it easier to use in 30 seconds, right? What do you guys think about book ideas for tourney games? Or rather for Ocean Floor, for this tourney set. Like, I'm wondering about, like, man, I don't even know. Is Entangle good on this map, maybe? Just because, like, there's a lot of hiding spots. And, you know, maybe you can run away and just get a good setup once you entangle your opponent. I'm not so sure. You know, would a rush mix be good? I'm not confident in that, really. I'd probably just want to run some generic stuff. I don't think flight is... No, or do I think flight is necessary? I mean, okay, looking at this post-map kind of state, it seems like flight is pretty imperative. Because if you don't have flight, like, how are you getting around? You know? There's no way that you're able to really make any progress. So I think that, honestly, the meta books for Ocean Floor are going to be something like that. What they both have is just the Storm Shield mix. Could slot Ray in there instead of Aura or something. You know, DX obviously doesn't bring a tower, so he's able to have an extra slot for Aura. And maybe you could get some use out of, like, a water ball, just to dig through a bunch of land, because, you know, Ocean Floor has a lot of land. Okay, for once, oh, I was just gonna say, for once the Arma helps out Harp and then it kills his Pegasus. I thought it was gonna drop onto DX there, but it didn't. So, kind of unfortunate for Harp here, just kind of being slowly grinded down to a pulp. But yeah, so I don't know if there's many more viable books outside of Flight. You know, Shock Bomb, Storm Shield. Maybe you can bring Ray. Totem might be okay here because there is a lot of land. DX has like a Totem and Abduction book that he brings. It's just Storm Shield generic with Totem and Abduction, which could be good here. But yeah, if you bring no Flight, I mean, you're really limiting yourself, right? And yeah, I'll just explain. So I don't know, I don't think this map is very kind of viable in a competitive setting. It's just pretty stally and kind of creates these long, drawn-out games. Now, if Harp had a different book, like maybe he had Mud and Mega Boulder, maybe he's able to... Actually, he's not really able to like get much of an advantage if he has Mud and Mega, because DX, in his sort of careful way that he plays, he's just gonna be able to avoid the Mega, right? Yeah, I heard you. I saw that. This guy doesn't think I read his messages? Come on. But, Yeah, if you take Mud Mega, you don't have Storm Shield and Shock Bomb, right? And the way DX plays, he's gonna not be, close. You need some close combat to be able to hit a good Mega. And, if he's got 90 Prot, you gotta whittle away out. What good is one Mega Boulder? You get one Mega Boulder thrown on DX, and then he's at like 240. And that's not gonna be very, very good for you. So, let's see, what would I make for a book? If I was to have a book for 30 Ocean, we'll just do some book building because I'm kind of bored. Some of the essential spells would be these, I guess. And then from there, you can kind of decide, okay, so he gets the shock bomb, he shock bombs himself too, which is not ideal. So that's good. Yeah, these are the kind of essential spells that I would take, right? And then outside of that, you can bring Pebble if you want. Shock bomb. Oh, you'd want Drain too. Drain is an essential one. Drain, Dark Knight, and then maybe, Aura. Something like that might be good. DX has, instead of Pebble, what does he have? I don't quite remember. But I don't think he has Pebble in this book because he's just, not been, not been playing with it at all. But yeah, once again, DX gets so lucky in that last Sword of Frame. The Clam kills the Pegasus, and he shock bombs. Interesting that he didn't even use the shock bombs. He used 2 of them, and that was it. He just really grinded him down with the chip damage, the Storm Shield. And I saved all the replays, but just want to get them to say hi to YouTube. Because I'm live commentating. And yeah, more than anything, thanks for being positive. Yeah, I've played DX and he just grinds you down. Like I was in a completely winning position the other day and he disconnects and we draw. And then I was in a winning position the other day again in a separate game. And then I make one mistake and I lose. So, tough. And DX is just tough with his micro level play, right? That's what it comes down to. He just, gets map control. And just grinds the opponent down. So, anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this live commentary. The last game got a little bit iffy, kind of slow and a little boring, but thought it would be fun to kind of show you guys the games and just go over some book building, kind of what I might start with that game if you want to try 30 Ocean. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.